Alright, I'm back. And once you end your turn and you get through all those news headlines, you're going to see the rankings for your Republican Party. And as you can see, we're in third place, and that's going to change soon. We're going to be in first, hopefully. Alright, and go over here. Okay. I see the same thing on the Democratic side, where Hillary is going to win 100% of the time. I've never seen any other person win on the Democratic side. So here's everything that happened. As you can see, it gives a quick summary of everything. Yeah, it's quite it goes in depth, and I normally don't really read any of this, but yeah, you can see what everybody's doing. And you see how each week affected everybody. So, for example, it was a really good week for Ted Cruz and Trump. Not so good for Jeb Bush. Alright, so now it's time to start campaigning. So we're going to fly over to South Carolina. Do a fundraiser. Do some barnstorming, rally, barnstorm. And this is how I just normally set it up. You can edit stuff, and instead of talking about leadership, you could talk about tax rates, but as you can see, leadership is the number one thing that's going to draw people into the rally. And then we're going to fly over to Georgia and do the same thing. And that'll get our momentum up in all these states. And I'll give you guys the polling information in just a second. At the end of every week, I end it off with some debate prep. And that's good. Yeah. Remember, focus on Trump or Carson. That's very important. Yeah. Okay, and then you're going to click return. And then from there, I could either get some endorsements or continue to increase our ground game. I'm actually going to get some endorsements because that's pretty important, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's get some endorsements. So we're going after Dick Cheney. So give ourselves 4 with Dick Cheney. Give ourselves 4 with Sarah Palin. And Michael Bloomberg, we want him. Okay, we got some leftover money, so I think I'm going to give us some... Well, we can start making... Well, I don't want to make an ad right now, actually. You don't really need it to make ads in the primaries unless you really need to, which is a bad sign. I wonder if I can start... So I'm happy with our week. We got a lot of things done. Okay. So what I'm going to end up doing... Let me see. So as you can see, you have this thing called research. And I'm already thinking ahead right now. Okay, never mind. But you could pretty much research a scandal on... I was going to research a scandal on Clinton. And then if you get anything and you release it, then it could damage them and everything. But I don't have enough to do that. So instead, I think I'm going to just increase our ground game in South Carolina. So you do that by clicking again over here. And yeah. And then you could do the same thing in Georgia, which is what you want to do. Okay. As you can see, we have $11 million. And yeah. Yeah, we're happy with that. Alright, see you in the next turn. Oh, and by the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but if you click the little option feature up there at the top, it'll give you game options, and I currently have 7 days per turn, because that's what I like to do. But if you don't, then that's fine. But yeah. Alright, I'm back, and over the short break, the Democratic Party had a debate, and as you can see, Hillary Clinton won the debate. And yeah. And we are +1 in the power rankings, so anything plus is good. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. How did anything change? As you can see, we got big momentum in South Carolina and Georgia. Something you always want to see, momentum. And, we're only down by 7 in South Carolina, and only down by 11 in Georgia. So that's not bad. We can quickly change that. We're going to start off our week with the fundraiser, rally, and yeah, you pretty much know the drill by now. I pretty much just hold one fundraiser too in every state I visit. And as you can see, more people are coming to our rallies, more power. And that's what you want. And I'm just focusing on these states right now. Debate prep and everything at the end of the week. And as you can see, we do have a Republican debate next week. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully we do well. So return. I think we're going to grab some endorsers. So we got Dick Cheney over here. Give him 5 command points to try to convince him to come over here. Give Sarah Palin some 4. And then it's taking such a long time for Bloomberg. Okay. I like how we handled all that. Another cool thing you could do is you could actually target endorsers inside a state, like the governor, the senator, and everything like that, which I don't really want to do right now because it's kind of a waste, especially when you're trying to get these bigger endorsements. So we'll actually just focus on that again. So let's try to get there. What should we go after? Center right. Would I go after the Heritage Foundation? We'll get $1 million from that. Okay. So again, we're happy with this week rallying and everything. Okay. Alright, I'm back. So looking at South Carolina, we're just doing well in South Carolina. In Georgia, we're in second place in Georgia with lots of momentum. So let's just take a look at the strategy map. Okay, so see, that went fast. Last time we were down 7, we're now down by 3 in South Carolina. And last time we were down 11, we're now down by 8 in Georgia. Okay. So, we got the Republican debate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a day before it, and I'm just going to do some debate prep, which will prepare me. And again, focus on Trump or Carson. You're going to do really well. Okay, so we're in South Carolina currently, so you know the drill. Rally, debate, barnstorm. Same thing in Georgia. And then, yeah. Okay, now it's time to get some endorsements. Got Dick Cheney, give him 5 command points. Michael Bloomberg, let's give him 5. And Sarah Palin is very close, so we're going to give her 5. We should gain her endorsements very soon, very soon. And then we'll give Heritage Foundation some love over here. Okay. Oh, I'm happy with that. So, thanks for watching, I guess, and yeah, I'll end it here. And then I'll show you the debates of the first Republican debate, in the next video. So I hope you guys are finding these videos helpful. And yeah.